Hello students, good morning. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine. Today I welcome you back in the chemistry class of class 7. We have finished the first chapter. Today I am going to start the second chapter of your chemistry, that is physical change and chemical change. Okay? So let us start now. First of all, let us see what is change. What is the meaning of change? Change is a permanent feature. Change is a permanent feature in nature and in everyday life. Changes are the rule of nature. You will observe different types of changes in your day-to-day life. From morning you get up from the bed till you go to night, again sleeping at night, there you observe number of changes. Some of the changes you notice and some of them you do not notice at all. But what is the importance of these changes? It is because of the changes the whole system is working. For example, just to see, suppose a small baby is born, it's very small. It is because of some changes only it grows up and becomes adult. And due to some changes only, slowly, they go to old age. Same way in the plant, even when you plant a small seedling, due to some change, it grow up, become a shrub, then it changes into trees. It is all because of changes. It is because of the changes only our environmental is functioning, our atmosphere is keep on changing, climate is changing. In these are different types of changes we will observe. So in this lesson we are going to study about different types of changes. First of all, let us see the types of changes. As I told you, changes are what? Changes are the permanent feature of nature and our day-to-day life. What are changes? Changes are permanent feature of our nature and our day-to-day life and day-to-day life. Okay? So in these changes, as I told you in some examples, there is different types of changes. So let us study these types of changes one by one. Okay? Types of changes. Types of changes. First one we see desirable change. Desirable change. What is desirable change? Desire. What is the meaning of desire? That is our wish. Something that happens according to our wish, which is helpful to us, which is beneficial to us. That is called desirable change. Okay? Change that are useful to human beings. Desirable change? Change that are changes that are useful to human beings. To human beings are said to be desirable change. Okay? What is desirable change? The changes that are useful to human beings are said to be desirable changes. Okay? For example, ripening of fruit. the ripening ripening of fruits. Then you can take some example or more. Cooking of foods. Cooking of foods, etc. These are desirable things. Suppose it is a season of mango fruits. When it gets ripened, it is very tasty to eat. So ripening of fruits is our desirable change. Then when we are going to cook the food, if food is properly cooked, it is beneficial for us, it is happening according to our wish. That is a desirable change. Okay? So what is desirable change? Changes that are useful to human beings are said to be desirable changes. Like example, ripening of fruits, then cooking of foods, etc. and etc. Okay? Now come to the second type of change, that is undesirable change. Undesirable change. As the name suggests, undesirable. That is not means, what is that undesirable? Which is not beneficial to human beings, which is not happening to our wish, which is not helpful for us. That type of changes are called undesirable change. Okay? The change that is harmful to human beings, are called undesirable changes. Like sudden earthquake, cyclones, these are all undesirable. Is earthquake is beneficial? Never. Cyclones, is it beneficial to human being? No. So these types of changes which are not helpful to us are called undesirable change. Example, cyclonic storm, earthquake, etc. These are all undesirable changes. I hope you understood the meaning of desirable and undesirable changes. Desirable changes are those that happens according to our wish, which is beneficial to human beings. They are called desirable changes. And just opposite is undesirable changes, the change which is not beneficial for human beings, that is harmful for human beings, it is called undesirable changes. Okay? Now let us come to the next type of change. Reversible change. Reversible change. As the name suggests, reverse. Reverse means to what? Come back again. Suppose when you play any song, and if you want to listen that same song again, what you do? Put the reverse button. It starts playing from the beginning again. That is called reverse. In your mobile or in your game somewhere, you are having the reverse button, which starts the pictures or the scene again. That is called reverse. On that basis, you can say reversible change. In this way, in this type of change, what we see, when any change, any kind of certain substances which changes from one form to other, it's a certain substances that has changed from one form to other, okay, or if it has changed from one state to other state, and again by changing the condition, if it comes back again into original form, that type of changes is called a reversible change. Like example, melting of ice. Melting of ice. When we hit the ice, it melts. and changes into the liquid water. Okay? Now again, if you cool that water, it will reverse back and change again into the solid ice. So these types of changes which changes from one state to another state or from one form to another form, and again by changing the condition, if it comes back into original form, that is called a reversible change. Okay? Clear? So let me write a change that can be reversed into original form. The change that can be reversed back into original form is called reversible change. It's called reversible change. Okay, just I written the short form, the reversible here. Okay, example, melting of ice. Melting of ice. Then you can take some more example. Electric bulb, glowing of bulb. How it is reversible? As I explained this on melting of ice. When we heat, ice will melt from solid, it will change into liquid. Again, when you cool that liquid, it will again change back into the solid ice. So it is reversible. Glowing of bulb, when we switch on the button, the bulb glow. And again when you switch off, okay, the light goes off. Again you reverse, when you switch on, the bulb will glow. So it is reversible. Clear? So what is reversible change? The change that can be reversed back into original form is called the reversible change. Example, melting of ice, glowing of bulb, etc. Okay? Now see the next type of change, that is irreversible change. Irreversible change. As the name is suggested here, irreversible. The change that cannot be reversed back. Reversible is that can reverse back, and irreversible means the change that cannot reverse back, okay, into its original form. Once the change has taken, will remain change in that form permanently. That is called irreversible change. Okay? So we can write the change that cannot be reversed back into its original form. It is a irreversible change. Like cooking of food. The food that you have cooked. Suppose the chapati you have made from the flour, can you change that chapati back into the flour? Never. Once it has changed, it is permanent. Okay? Cooking of food is an example of irreversible change. Burning of paper. The paper which burns will never return back, change back again into the form of a paper. So such type of changes are called irreversible change. Okay? Example, cooking of food. Don't get confused that in the desirable change I have given the same example. In irreversible change I am giving the same example. Don't get confused. Desirable means that is helpful to us. Cooking of food is beneficial for us. Until the food will be cooked, we cannot eat it. It is beneficial there. So that is happening according to our wish. That is desirable. But in irreversible means the change which cannot come back into original form. So here, this same thing can be written in the example of irreversible. Once the food is cooked, it cannot come back into the original form. Okay? Then burning of paper, etc. Okay? This is an irreversible change, the change that cannot be reversed back into its original form. Example, cooking of food, burning of paper, etc. So till now, how many types of changes we have studied? 4 types of changes. What is that? What are those? First one, desirable change. That happens according to our wish, that is beneficial to us. Second one, undesirable change. That is harmful to human being. The change that is harmful to human being. That is undesirable. Then reversible, the change that can reverse back into original form. Irreversible, the change that cannot reverse back into the original form. That is the irreversible change. Now come to the next type of changes again. Periodic change. I hope all these things you have studied in class 6 also. Okay, but it is in 7. Once again we have to revise. You can fetch your book of class 6 and go through that topics. It is given in your class 6 books also. Periodic change. As the name suggests here, the changes is being defined by their name itself. If you remember the meaning of the names, you can easily understand the types of change. Periodic, the change that happens after a regular interval of time. The change that occurs at regular interval of time. Interval of time, like day and night. It occurs at a regular interval of time. Then phases of moon, it occurs at a regular interval of time. Change in season, it occurs at a regular interval of time. Okay? We know that different changes in season comes at their fixed time. So these types of changes that is repeated at a fixed gap of time. The fixed gap of time. Such type of changes are called periodic change. For example, change in season. Change in season. Phases of moon. Then you can see one example more, that clock, needles of the clock, they goes in a circular motion. At every regular interval it will complete 1 minute. Isn't it? And the small one will complete after a regular interval, it will complete 1 hour. So movement of the needles of the clock also represent the periodic change. Then pendulum, it also represents a periodic change. Okay? So what is periodic change? The change that occurs at a regular interval of time. It's called periodic change. Clear? Now, another types of change. Sixth one, non-periodic change. That is called, what is non-periodic change? The change which has no fixed interval of time, which can occur any time. It has no fixed duration, no fixed interval of time. That type of changes are called non-periodic change. Okay, like I told you about the cyclones, it has no fixed timing when that cyclones will come. Raining, it has no fixed time that when it will rain. So raining is also a type of change. Coming of cyclones is a type of change, but it has no fixed timing. And what time, when it will occur. So that type of changes which has no fixed interval of gap, it is called non-periodic change. That occurs that does not occur at fixed interval of time. Okay, like cyclones, raining, etc. This is non-periodic change that does not occur at a fixed interval of time. So, I told you the difference. You do understand the difference in the periodic and non-periodic? Periodic changes are those that occur at a fixed interval of time, like change in season, like you can also take the rotation of the earth that causes the day and night. Okay? That is the periodic change. Non-periodic change that does not occur at a fixed interval of time. Okay, so till now we have studied 6 types of changes. Let us repeat once again. What are those? First one I told you, desirable. Second, undesirable. Then reversible, irreversible. Then periodic, then non-periodic. Okay? Now let us come to the main top part of this lesson, that is physical change. This is the 7th type, physical change. What is physical change? A change, it is actually just similar to reversible change. Physical change is a change in which no new substances are formed. A physical change is a change in which no new substances are formed, and it can reverse back by reversing the condition. A change in which no new substances are formed, okay? What is physical change? A change in which no new substances are formed and it can reverse back into its original form by reversing the condition. Reversing the condition. Is it clear to you what is physical change? A change in which no new substances are formed. It can reverse back by reversing the condition. It here in this type of change only what changes takes place? It is change in the state. Its physical property change in the state takes place. Okay? Now let us see the characteristics of physical change. Okay? Characteristics of physical change. You can take some example of this as again like melting of ice. Melting of ice is example of physical change. Then stretching of rubber is an example of physical change. Clear? Now let us see the characteristics of physical change. Different characteristics. Characteristics of physical change. As I told you in the definition, no new substances are formed. This is one characteristic. First one, no new substances are formed. Okay? It is irreversible. Clear? So let me write generally what is the characteristics first here. Generally, the change is temporary. The change is temporary. Why you are telling temporary? Because it can reverse back. So the change is temporary and reversible. Okay, this is the first characteristics of physical change. Second one, no new substances are formed. No new substances are formed. Third, the chemical composition of the original substance is not altered. The chemical composition means its internal composition. During the physical change, the internal composition of the matter does not change. We have studied in the first chapter out. Matters are made up of atoms, molecules or ions. These are internal composition of matter. So during physical change, the internal composition of the matter does not change. It does not get altered. It just only changes from one form to another. External property, its physical property will change. The chemical composition of the original substance is not altered. Okay? Then fourth point, it is a physical change causes change in, as I told you, physical property. It causes change in shape, size, color of the substances. External property will change. Okay? So these are the characteristics of physical change. First, the change is temporary and reversible. Second, no new substances are formed. Third, chemical composition of the substance does not change. And fourth, a physical change causes change in their shape, size and color of the substances. And I told you about the example, that is melting of ice, or I have told you glowing of electric bulb. These are all the example of the physical changes. Okay students, so till here you revise. Today we have studied the 7 types of changes, that is desirable, undesirable, reversible, irreversible, periodic, non-periodic and physical change. In the next part of the video, I will come with another type of changes, that is the chemical changes and the involvement of energy in the different types of changes. Till then, revise this one, take care of yourself, be happy. Okay?